Greetings, community. It's Kevin of Entropy Comics, and welcome to another edition of This Week's Signed Books. This week, I end up celebrating with Golden Apple their 45th anniversary and had a wonderful time. I end up reliving and rehashing so many memories nostalgia was rather thick and it was easy to cut. It was all over the place in the sense that there was many individuals that are recognizable as actors, writers, nerds, geeks, fans of all kinds. And it was just really heartfelt and warm as far as the event was concerned. Beyond the fact that individuals were having a wonderful time, sharing memories and experiences, there were also more notable things that resonated with me and I want to share with you. So before in which that I do, I want to go ahead and thank everybody in which that decided to go ahead and check me out on the rewind. And those that catch me on the live, I appreciate you too. And again, I want to just make mention that, hey, look, if you do enjoy what you're seeing, I do ask that you maybe even like, possibly subscribe, and we can share more memories and experiences just like this one here. So I want to go ahead and start by saying I end up meeting an individual named Noah. He's an 11-year-old YouTuber that I've been following for a couple years now. His love for comics and pop culture is genuine, pure, and just nothing short of awesome. So I got to hang out with him for just a moment. Hey, Cap, I appreciate you being here. And in that time, I just wanted to tell him, hey, look, I appreciate what you do. And if you don't mind, if I can take a picture with you. He had no idea who I was. So I just looked over to his father and said, hey, look, if I can get a picture with him, I appreciate it. Been following for a while. I appreciate what you guys do. And I enjoy the fact that you guys, in your own way, take your experiences, your collecting, your ability to do what you do for the community. I just want to say thank you. And I just want to take a moment, if I could, and take a picture with you. So they're gracious enough to not only allow me to go ahead and take a picture, but to just say thank you to them. Now, in the time that I was sharing with them, it wasn't really them noticing that I was there. I ended up meeting Mr. Scott Leva, who was the original Spider-Man back in the day. Now, this is him here, and I end up not only going to Apple to see him, but I wanted to just speak to him, say, hey, how much I like the character. And I knew as a person who and how he was. And what I mean by that is he was sharing with Noah a story about a story. Now, the story is in the comic book, and it talks about Spider-Man going to a hospital to go see a kid. The kid is in poor condition, in recovery. You get the impression that it's in a chemotherapy style setting. And the kid has been asking for Spider-Man for quite some time to come and visit. Spider-Man shows up. Of course, this one. And the kid knows everything about Spider-Man. So he's drilling him. He's asking questions. He's going over stories. He's talking about some of the adventures. And Scott's, replying to all of them. Then the child asks for him to remove his mask. And he denies. So he said, hey, look, I already know who you are under the mask. So what he did is he ended up slitting the mask behind, ended up seeing the back of the head. The kid goes crazy. But you could tell that the child still wanted just a little bit more. And what he does is he ends up like running up the wall, jumping off like the ceiling and doing a full flip and landing in a classic Spider-Man pose. That really happened. That really happened. It wasn't just a fabled story inside the book. I was witnessing and listening to the story I was happening, and as he was telling it, that it really happened, and it was more than just a story in the book. As he's sharing this story with Noah, meaning Scott, Noah's reply to that is not only one of kind of awe, but also in some type of, I don't know, it was just in line. It just seems so, I don't know, you tell me. His reply to it was essentially that, hey, look, not only do I get these books and I like to read the stories, but I also do charity organizations. And then not only am I going to read this type of stuff, but I like to donate books to children that don't have the privileges to be able to read or afford or even get to meet certain individuals. So I get to share experiences and stories with them. This is coming from an 11-year-old kid. My heart filled. I mean, I was just blown away, which was another reason why I was so wanting and desiring a photo with this kid, because I knew what he did. I knew he was part of a community that was supporting others than which that I enjoyed the same things that we do, but not necessarily have the ability or the luxuries to be able to afford them. That was pretty freaking awesome. So to hear the two stories, I guess the only way I could say it was serendipitous that all three of us got to hang out with one another as we were, one, sharing the stories, in turn, two, sharing how we look at the community and the things in which that we're trying to do. So we were not only celebrating a 45th anniversary of Golden Apple, but we were sharing experiences that we not only have with Golden Apple, but the things in which that we not only do to support the Golden Apple, but others in which that support it too. So I just, yeah, if you look at my Instagram, you'll see a picture of Noah and I. If you look at, obviously, the thumbnail, this one, that is Ryan. Ryan is the son of the father in which that started Golden Apple, and he's legendary in himself. His father was a yo-yo champion. He used to hold yo-yo events at the stores. The support in which that he used to do for the community went well beyond just selling comic books. So to be able to share the 45th year anniversary with them meant more to me than just to go there and hang out with a bunch of people and talk comics and get things signed. It was really nostalgic laden and a way for me to go ahead and just breathe in the air that I had for so many years, in the sense of just all the memories in which that I started collecting with them. And then throughout the time, I mean, the memories were so thick. It was like, you had to cut through them. It was so cool. So many people, so many events, and so many things going on. I can't express to you everything that was transpiring, and I don't want to bore you with every excruciating detail as much as what I want to say with my heart. It was so freaking awesome to see so many people support the event, well beyond the event just celebrating a numbered year, if that makes sense. So yeah, I just want to share with you, I guess, in some regard, some of the books in which that I end up getting signed at that event. And maybe in some way, the signatures will then represent some of the stories that I got to experience. If hopefully that somehow symbolically represents just a portion of what happened in that day. So let's start off by, one of the things I ended up waiting in line was for this book right here. This is the Batman Beyond. No, this is the Absolute Batman. There we go. Issue number 1, first print, all that. Foil edition, Frank Miller, signed by Frank Miller. This was given to the Golden Apple for their 45th. So you'll see their 45 numbered thing and all that, because again, they're celebrating the 45th anniversary. 25% of the portions in which that were and proceeds that were received from here were donated to organizations, again, charitable. So again, the beauty about Golden Apple is they even try to find proper individuals to receive books, meaning we can go and buy them. But to actually find individuals that want to donate, they in turn find proper areas, museums, galleries, so forth, preservation, heritage, so forth, to receive these books, to maintain their historical, I guess, and best to preserve their historical data and information in as pristine as they can. And they serve as basically like a liaison between organizations to ensure that these things can be saved in some way when it goes beyond the average collector, which again is just another one of the services in which that Golden Apple provides. So yeah, I no, I didn't get to see Frank. This was the New York Comic Con exclusive, but yes, I did get to receive one of these. And again, it was donated by Frank for proceeds to go not only to a charity, but to commemorate the 45th anniversary. And Frank and them have a long, long history. So moving up from that, Kyle Higgins was there. David Mack was there. Hannah Rose May was there. I end up seeing all these individuals at a block party just like 2 or 3 weeks ago. So I had a lot of stuff signed. However, that being mentioned, I didn't get to get a lot of my Higgins stuff signed. So what I wanted to get done was essentially all my Ultraman stuff from Kyle. This time I got to hit some of that stuff. Oh, I got to hit a lot of that stuff. And I got, like I said, to not only go over some of the memories with him, but to go over memories of how much me definitely liked Ultraman. And I ended up finding out his little historical background on the character too. So let's start off by the Trials of Ultraman, which I got all the other stuff done. With this, the cover, I believe it's a B, right? No, it's cover A. So I got that sign. See that down below. And issue number 2. I know I got an issue B. I think already pre-signed. That's why. And there's another issue 2. It's a variant. I think it's cover C. Yep. And as I may mention, I love the movie versions. They're so cool. This takes me back. My introduction to Ultraman was when I was a kid. I was like 7. And I lived next door to some friends of mine that were Polynesian friends that introduced me because of, the Asian background and historical tie-ins with a lot of their stuff. Meaning they believe in a lot of neat gods and stuff like that. And I didn't realize how they kind of integrated the two. In accordance to what he was telling me back when I was 7. Who knows? I didn't want to ruin the neat little story. So I didn't have my Supermassive stuff signed. So I got that one. He kind of got creative on that one. I got a little smeary. So he felt bad and he kept trying to touch it up. I'm like, no, you're okay, dude. And then I got the cover B, which he did with like a fine pen. It was really, he didn't think it would dry. I gave it time. And yeah, these were the things that I needed to get signed by him because, like I said, most of the other stuff I already had pre-signed. And it was moreover, again, what I want to share with you, some of the memories that I got to experience with them. And more importantly for me, not only just the memories, but I guess to share all the experiences, how so many there have been able to share with so many others and their charitable, donations, contributions over the many years. And that was something that I really, really, I guess, enjoyed and I wanted to share with you. So, hey, whatever you guys do, and it doesn't matter if it's just a couple of minutes on YouTube, it doesn't matter if you're able to go down to your local library and throw a few books at a few people or whatever you may be able to do, however you are able to in your own way to contribute to the community. I not only applaud you, but I thank you. And for you, those that decide to cruise on with me and hang out with me and watch me, I can't really express to you how much I truly appreciate the time was that you give me and hang out. So hey, thank you very much. And for those that catch around the rewind, hey, I appreciate you all. And hey, Graphic Man, hope you're doing well. Hope all is good. And Mark, Las Cruces, Cap, say hey to Smiley for me if you could. And to all those that cruise on the rewind again, thank you very much. And that's it for me. Entropy. You guys stay well.